Hi folks, this will be installment number 3 in the Gingery Shaper from Blocks exercise. What you see right here, I've glued the two halves together to make the laminated cross slide mount that'll go in the front of the shaper, and I used the Loctite that I showed in the prior video, mixed it up with that little popsicle stick and spread it around, and it smells and looks a lot like JB Weld, so we'll see if it does well. Hopefully it will be strong. I've got it clamped, and you can see sitting on a piece of wax paper. I was real careful when I did the clamping to get them as even as I could. When I cut the pieces out, they're uneven, and they're a little bit, there's room to mill to the exact size. One piece is a little bit bigger than the other. The other thing I did, I removed all the sharp edges on the belt sander, and I used a big belt sander to sand off the gray paint on the inside, the parts that are mating each other. So, and then right here, had a little time left tonight, and I went ahead and cut the cross slide out of what was known as gray 1, and this will be machined to be the cross slide. Something interesting I noticed, I'll talk more about it when I get ready to do the actual machining. So here's the drawing I did for the cross slide piece. But I read through the book, and Gingery, the dimensions Gingery gives in the book are actually not the finished dimensions. I added them up real carefully for the part that's going to get milled out there that will ride up and down on the column front. And I'll go into more detail when I show the actual milling process. But just wanted to point this out. Anybody that's contemplating making the shaper from block versus castings, a lot of the dimensions that he gives in the book are oversized, and he comments about, well, there'll be shrinkage and it'll shrink to size, that kind of thing. So just thought I'd point that out, and if you're going to make it from block, you want to double check and basically plan out each cut and each milling operation. So hopefully that's helpful. I feel like we made a little progress tonight. Hopefully tomorrow night I'll have a chance to take the clamps off and maybe mill up, clean up the edges a little bit. And the first priority is going to be to mill that thing and get it to a finished product. See if I can do that and see how it works and looks. And then I'll know whether I can take the piece of Fortall that I'd labeled Fortall A, and that will become the column front. If not, then I'll use Fortall A in place of that and come up with something different. Maybe try to find a piece of scrap that's that size solid to mill out. So thanks again for watching, folks. I'll keep you posted.